When our buttons are pushed, we tend to respond by behaving in a particular way, and this repetitive behaviour or pattern, thoughts or feelings, are an indication that we are in our wound. The child self has popped out of your consciousness and taken over. The child self had needs back then that were not met. So use this exercise each time you notice that you're in your repetitive behaviour, pattern, thoughts or feelings. When you feel overwhelmed and in your pattern, practice these steps and you'll begin to change your reaction, exiting your patterns and learning to respond in a more positive way for your own highest and best. So when you feel you're in your pattern, you're in your wound, and imagine a stop sign and say the word stop to yourself. Breathe. Inhale deeply through your nose, keeping shoulders relaxed. Then hold the breath for 4 seconds. Exhale through your mouth, maintaining a relaxed stance. And now it's just a case of acknowledging that you're in your pattern and saying, oops, there I go again. Affirming that you are the author of your own story gives the power back to you. You can make the changes. The only way to heal from a story is by owning your story and your pattern. And then it becomes less about others, and the power leaves the story. We can only fully acknowledge our role in our story when we let go of judgment, and saying, there I go again, reminds us that we must own our story rather than accusing others when we're in our pattern, as accusing others gives them the power. So now, let your unconscious mind reveal to you a significant number that represents your age when a trauma may have occurred. And this is usually before the age of 10. This is the age of the child whom the adult will meet and heal in the next step. When you were young, the events you faced were experienced as traumatic. This left an impression on your brain and has become your blueprint on which the rest of your behaviour is based and determined. Once you choose a number, now create a magical scene, a nature scene in your mind. And you know, anything is possible with magic, including healing the worst traumas. Create a beautiful setting that has trees, flowers, colours and always some water. Include your favourite colours, rainbows and angels. It should be beautiful and magical. Call on the angels saying, most loving, compassionate and highest angels of the light, please be present in this nature scene to keep me and my child self safe. You've created a magical scene where you'll meet your child self. See your child self coming towards you. Give the younger you love and reassurance, visualizing the angels here with you. Greet the younger you. What do you look like? What are you wearing? The adult you is here to express unconditional love for the child in safety. There's a beautiful bench near the water. Invite the younger you to come sit beside you. Have a beautiful big bouquet of balloons for the younger you. These balloons have qualities that the younger you would have liked to have had at this time in its life. First balloon is a balloon of trust. Trusting her inner instincts. The next balloon is one of self-love. Knowing this love is here all the time for this child. And the child can connect with whenever the child wants. The next balloon is an inner strength. Giving the child the knowledge and the wisdom that the child does actually have such inner strength, and just to call upon it. Reassure the child that all is safe and that the child is loved. Then detach yourself and leave the younger you in the safety of the magical scene. As you separate from the child, say, I leave you here in this magical place, where you are free to jump, play, and climb trees. This is magic. You will always be safe here. Saying repeatedly that you've created this magical place for your child. Promise to come back soon. As the adult, you are creating the healing. Return to the present as an adult. Breathe deeply a few times. State your name, age, your location, and the year, in order to come back to the present and your adult self, feeling alert, refreshed, revived, replenished, and reconnected. When working with the child self, it allows healing. You heal the self-defeating patterns by going to the unconsciousness, the source. When you nurture and recognize this part of you, you begin to heal yourself of past trauma. When you return to the present, leaving the child behind in the safety of the magical scene, you begin to separate your current life from your personal history. Well done.